Hello, my name is Adolfo, and this is Life of Adolfo. As you can see, I'm already sweating, and this is probably a mile walking. It's hot. Actually, my son's grandma or my mom's wife, she came in sweating yesterday, and it's really hot over here. By the way, this is Adolfo, Life of Adolfo. This is my weekly recap as a retired abroad. And the first thing that I want to cover that I feel it's important if you plan to live abroad is the visa. And I've been doing my visa every 2 month extension here in the Philippines. And this is for people that if you're trying to move, you have to plan everything accordingly. And at the beginning, since I didn't know a lot about the visa, I used to fly in and out, go to a country, come back, go to a country, come back. I mean, it's more expensive like that. You got to get Airbnbs and so on, especially now that you're settled here. It's hard to have two mortgages. Airbnb is a mortgage, it's a rental, a lease. But the thing that I didn't know, because I plan to leave the country this month, I was getting my visa, my extension, and the guy told me, "Oh, you're only getting 1 month?" I said, "Yeah, because I plan to leave the country." And he said, "Did you do this and this and that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "To exit the country, you need to do these forms." I did not know that you have to do forms leaving a country. I thought once your visa and then split. The good thing is that I have 15 to 16 days since I did it. And the reason is because they have a 3-day process before they give you that paperwork. Not only the paperwork, your passport, since they hold your passport. Once again, I did not know that those are things that if you plan to retire abroad, and we'll say like in the Philippines, you could extend your visa for 2 months and then 2 months, but for a maximum of 2 years, you have to eventually leave. And if you do it on the same day that you plan to go, that your visa is going to expire and don't tell nobody, you might get stuck in that country because you didn't do the proper paperwork to exit that country. I'll go more in detail in another video on this, but this is something important, not only if you plan to be in the Philippines, but for other countries. If you're doing visas and they need an exit, if you do visas, I did not know that. Besides that, my son had his first birthday, and I brought a tradition from Mexico. It's called a piñata, but this one is a spinning piñata. You can see the video. It basically spins and candy just falls. I put some pesos in it. There's a vehicle right behind me, sorry. But I still have to go to the shade. And people have fun. Hopefully they have fun. Because it's a tradition that is not from here. Maybe they never seen it. Well, at least in the province, they haven't seen it. That it brings a different type of joy or a different type of happiness because it's something new. And since it's his first birthday, I wanted to have a tradition from Mexico. They also had something called lechon. It's a pig, a whole pig. They had fish and other foods. I don't know the other foods. Besides that, besides those two things about the lab and the person selling narcotics, they got caught. It came out on the news, but I want to cover something that was funny, but later, not yet because it's still fresh. Something that happened in my business related to that, closely related. Not the narcotics, but with his laundry, since he dropped off laundry in my business. That it wasn't funny at that time, but now it's getting more funnier at the minute. Why? Because everything is solved. Besides that, my retirement weekly recap is smooth. I was sick. That's why I had to make a video yesterday. I slept all day. I felt weak. But it's still good. I'm recovering. I had to take a break right now because I got fatigue right away. Anyway, have a good day. Hopefully you like my video. It's my weekly recap. By the way, this is where I bought his cake. One of the 2 cakes that he had for his birthday. We bought 3 cakes, but 1 stayed at home. Thank you, and thank you for watching this video.